Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Lenny!
Oh, Paimon knows them!
Over here.
Obviously.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion.
What is
Running
with
into you two
the
out of
Riz
the blue like this has
Lord?
really
Oh
made
my
day.
god.
I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh?
Oh, Arlecchino.
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more.
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
Arlecchino!
On second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all
Shut up,
probably
Paimon.
super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right?
Shush!
You totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine... Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Oh, I'm curious.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth.
What?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child?
A ghost?
Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth.
Could it be,
So I decided to bring the
I
children
don't
to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation if you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome
love her
some
so
visitors.
much, you guys.
Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father. So, hello? Something caught your eye?
That face.
Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you.
They don't know us.
This is the Traveler and Paimon.
I thought this was one cat. No, it's two that has merged. Are you okay? Why are they in perfect sync?
Then let's head out. Uh-huh. Fremine, what are you doing here?
Fremine, nice to see you again!
It's okay, buddy.
You too. I heard you're here. It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over.
Some food and water.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water, wait a minute. What do you need all of those for?
He's been
Not on any
busted.
missions as far as I'm...
I thought I'd grab an extra portion.
Fremine.
Oh, God. He's horrible at lying. You're busted, my dude.
You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Oh, Fremine.
Back! Oh, and you've brought some friends.
Hello, my name's Linny.
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth. Just like you. You can come.
Clairvy?
It's her!
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any...
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on... She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing...
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long?
About half a month now.
Eh?
Harry? Looks like she's not here either.
She's looking for Arlecchino.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We don't get to see it?
I swear.
Oh.
Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
That face.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Grumpy cat.
Picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
She a
You 3,
snitch.
Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Oh.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering... If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father.
Oh.
Simple
She
as that.
says, let me join you or I'll snitch. What is he doing here?
Child! Hey, aren't you supposed to be in...
Oh, it's you two. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea.
Yeah, no
After I
shit, you
woke
got
up,
yeeted.
I realized
Step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries. What a great honor.
one I could do without, I'd say.
You're getting your ass
is it
booted
this
to
time?
Shazanaya.
Or
Suck
does
it up, bro.
kinda seem like...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth,
we just...
We wanted to learn more about you?
Right! We're super close.
is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
I have a feeling that wasn't gonna work.
Also, I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually... Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least...
Dude, you're gonna get sniped. Oh, the joys of being a mobile player.
Oh, yikes. That rare guy has a huge scar.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would
Did he...
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said it was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but
Wait, so that means...
it may seem cruel, but it's just one. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. I know too many secrets to come and go.
I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. Sure. Although, everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor. You're saying that it's just... that doesn't seem like something she would do. I mean, everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Oh.
Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Harry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually well, in any case, it seems like she really needs some... She looks so young. But it's getting windy. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
Oh.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a
You're not planning on
I assume you're referring to Lenny Lynette, although there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh.
No.
Are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to
But don't you care about them?
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two, I would imagine Linny Lynette and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets...
Like...
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my... If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, if their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing...
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually... Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a bare... Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or...
did you get any of that, Trevor?
Kind of.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure...
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps...
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine, and, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry...
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You choose your words.
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get...
Indeed. I trust.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
Oh, shoot. Are you... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well, let me make it up to you.
Oh, you don't have to give us any.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. It's my fault, really. I was
Do you
just
think
trying
she
to bring
pays with
home
her
some
lives?
extra mora
When
for
she
the
means
family.
pays with their
but
lives, she means
I
she
bit
like
off more than
erases
I
their
could
memory.
chew. I have
What's going on here?
nothing much. I just ran into your friend here.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to come.
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
Oh, thank you for your patron. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
I think she like erases their memory when she says take their lives. I think she means like their lives from like the hearth. And like they won't remember anymore.
It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where...
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in... Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking. You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother. To prove that she treated all her children. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was small. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. And of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious... Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going, even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still... It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother, killing her own flesh if she couldn't escape and fight back. Precisely. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. From that moment on, Perouer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across... It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps...
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Perouer won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Perouer. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it after I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame, but... No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't
Wait! I can understand why you might want her gone, but so what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trick.
Is this really what you want to do?
He spoke!
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow.
Lenny!
I'm sorry. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed. It's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Oh, dear Lord.
Father!
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to.
Fultz, why don't you share what you...
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father... Sato added, I'm sick of this life. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us great.
I did not! You're lying!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about we're birds locked in a cage.
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you? And you, Sheplo? Have you forgotten who's...
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our...
Liar. You wouldn't be
We all live in the House of the Hearth. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all...
Filial, I owe you both my life. I owe Claire V too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, if this were any other situation, I would...
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz, we...
Sheplo, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth.
All those who betray the house...
And so it shall be.
Father! Please, wait!
Me?
Something you want to...
Please, reconsider, Father. We all come from broken families. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing... So please, Father.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny.
I also agree with
An order once given can... However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we...
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Oh, dear Lord.
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient...
Wait.
Impossible. Father...
Magic Twink is gonna do it.
Did you hear that, Traveler?
Silence.
Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
Nope.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the house.
What's
That's
wrong,
that situation.
Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
I have a plan.
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I fought a god. I can take her on. God, the way she's walking is terrifying.
Close enough.
I I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. I didn't think she would do that. Oh god.
Watch out for Father's movement!
With these rising flames.
You don't say. Pop down the
Your
towers,
energy.
pop down the towers.
Running is of little use.
God, her theme music though. Oh god, she can teleport away from them. She can teleport away from them. Oh god! What do I do?
Are you alright?
What do I do?
Covenants of the Deep!
What? Ah!
Forest interest. Forever.
Over here!
Okay, so no charge attacks. Fuck that. Fuck that. No charge attacks. Fuck that.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Oh god.
Look out!
You know, I know!
Are you alright?
Mentally or physically? Mentally or physically?
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
God. She's so hot.
Must learn from my mistakes.
Coco, Coco, no, Coco, no, Coco, no, 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 no. Ah! What do I do? Oh god, oh god.
Busted.
Oh! She teleported behind me. Libby!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know. No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon? I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safety.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for.
Wonderful. Then,
Bottled flames?
indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your... If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the... In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Lose...
So, you're just...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just...
Even so, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Like, wait, did I somehow travel to the...
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
Oh, God.
Oh. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she?
Yep.
Can you tell me about it?
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustration. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. And still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the... But you called on everyone to unite. To fight to a draw. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina. For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly...
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it, and if I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of... But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedom. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves.
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing kid. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
Really?
Yeah, we could do that for you.
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We got so... You know, I used to dream playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. If I had some Mora, it's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something. Those yokai you mentioned. I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like... Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one and...
Yeah.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying.
No, I'm pretty sure Saito would, snipe you.
I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want with... The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a... Oh no! Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quick. How'd you do that? Come on, tell
Got the
me!
glasses out again.
Okay, so it was like this.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any... Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
She looks so sad.
Clairvy.